Mike Comtech coming to you here with another video. Today we're going to take, we got a squawker to work on. We got to take it down, get the fur off of it so we can see what's going on. There's something major wrong inside the body area here. He doesn't work at all. I mean, nothing. There's no activity, nothing. And we have good connection here, as far as I know. I mean, that's as far as I can go without until we take it apart. So we're going to do a little take apart, and gotta get rid of these, take these clips off. So I've got a little straight screwdriver here, a little chisel in there. That's what we're going to use, because you got to get down in here, push these tabs over, and then you can pull these clips out of here, and we'll see, like just like that. So then once you move that clip to one side, then these should come off. I already took this one off on this side, but they've got a little ledge right there, and they're wedged in. That's how they put them together from the factory. They go in, click in, and then it makes it for an easy assembly. But for disassembly, that could be a different story. You know, it just depends. But we got to get these, have to get compressed, and then so we can pull them out. And some of these can be a little bit on the cantankerous side, you know, like this one. Let's try this one over here. Got to get enough room in there to get the piece to pull and get that ledge started out. There, that one came out. All right, so let's go back to this one again. See that one. That one is, there we go. I say, it looked like it was compressed already. So we got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 along the main body here. Then we got a little bit smaller one here, and then of course it'll get probably a little smaller as we go on up. The clips will get smaller. Feel and give, then you've got it made when you feel and give. Okay, that's as many as we can do there. Then we got to get to where the wing is, this wing joint. This could be fun too, because I think these were push on one, you know, like a locking mechanism when they just push the wing on, and of course that locks it for them when they're putting these together. But for taking apart again, you know, it could be, here it is. Yeah, see, they got a little there's a little mushroom. Well, you can see that from there, but there's a little mushroom right here. And there's a little tab underneath, and it's a one-way, you know, once you push it in. It's kind of like the base of these things. They say right in the instructions, you put the base together. don't think you're going to take it apart, because it's going to be locked trying to take that off. But oh well, there's ways around certain things. Just depends. Okay, so I'll try to keep this much in camera as possible, because I'm trying to stretch this back and work with this. Trying to get it started and get it maybe up on one side. I may have to open myself up here a little bit more. We can always stitch it back. right here at the top of the Velcro, and may have to do that down here at the lower end too. I may have to get my scissors for that, possibly, because I think that's kind of, no, that's all right. I can break it loose here a little bit. There we go. See if I can just get me a little bit more room to work in here. Get back and pull this back. That's the hardest thing, is getting enough space in there to see what the heck you're doing. Because I'd like to get underneath this and get one side started up. Well, I'll say one thing, at least this plastic isn't brittle. 17-year-old piece of equipment here. 17-year-old plastic. Okay, that's the clip there, I guess. That goes straight on down. Still trying to see where this really is, where this clip is. Okay, looks like I might have one here too. I'm still trying to. And see, the wing is tucked pretty hard right here. Yeah, it looks like there's 3 of those. Clip things in here. I'm gonna go, I gotta go a little more here. Still don't have enough. I don't like to fight it. The more you fight it, the more you're gonna really goof something up. A little more room, and get this pivoted on the side so I can see what the heck's going on. Yeah, there's just two of those. And if I can get behind this and get this started up, raise it up off there. Their nubbin's all right. It's this one right here. If I get that started, this is the toughest part. Good for them when they assemble it, like I say, but man, getting it apart can be difficult. And then this might clip back here too. Man, oh man. Get those pushed away and stay away long enough, and I can get this started off here. Now we can put some upper pressure on it, perhaps. And of course, the farther up you go, the less room you have to work with. Man, this thing just keeps moving and moving. Yeah, it's definitely just pushed on. And I don't want to stress out. We got that one back out of the way. Got this one back out of the way. Got this one back out of the way. I prefer screws. Loosen. Left, righty tighty, lefty loosey. And the way these things are, it doesn't take much to keep them in here. Plastic is tougher than you are. That's for sure. I mean, going back on will be a snap. That'll be no problem at all. Coming off. Yeah, that's the problem. See if I can't get started here. There we go. Now we got it. Okay. One down, one to go. Yeah, it'll go, I mean, it'll go right back on, not a problem, and it'll stay once it goes on. Now, since we got this exposed a little more here, we've got another clip right here. Pull that one out. And then we've got another one right here too, right across from it. I'll get that one out. So what is that so far? 6, 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we got 8. And then down here, we're gonna have to, this has to come, fur will have to come down around past the tail so we can roll this part off. And I'll have to take the feet off and everything. So we can't really go up any higher until we get this off down below here. But we've got this, but I gotta get that other wing off. As long as my thumb can handle it, I think I might be able to get it off of there. But you just have to keep pushing those back, pushing them back. Those 3 tabs. There's 3 tabs underneath this mushroom keeper. Right here. There's that mushroom part right there. If I can get this up here. That mushroom piece right there. And there's 3 tabs, you know, one way. So it's kind of like a tie strap. You know, you put it on and it ratchets in, and then that's going to be it, you know. So my trick on the other one is to keep rocking these things backwards to get them away from that cone, and then get it where the pressure points aren't quite so heavy on that rigid cone, and then I worked it off, kind of pried against itself and worked it off finally. So let's try this again on this one. We're gonna have to probably go a little more on this one probably. Almost had it. Almost had it. Let's see, check that third one back here again. So I get behind here and go right on that nub and push outward. Get my finger in here. Boy, still got that one back here, I do believe. Get that rocked out of the way. Get this one to the side. And then this other one back here in the back. It's the one back here in the back that's giving me the most trouble right now. Ugh. Okay, let's get here and get underneath this. Sorry if my fingers are getting in the way, but I got I have to be able to manipulate this dude. I mean, it's this one's tough. They're all tough. Gee whiz, where is that thing? I don't know what's holding it. I don't see anything at all that's holding it. Like I said, it doesn't take much. There is that piece in the, what was that one in the back? There we go. That was one in the back, of course. All right, so both wings are loose. The nubbins survived. Didn't break anything here. And you check the shafts here, the output shafts. What I do, push that one right back on. Oh boy. Well, I was on the other side, wasn't I? Yeah. Oh, I had it laying on the side and then accidentally pushed this one back in again. Okay, well, we should be able, once we had it off, it should come off pretty easy again. Maybe. There we go. Okay, so, and like I said, they will definitely go back on because nothing's broke, and this plastic is still very pliable. All right, so shaft is still intact. There's a spring that pulls these back, and that's fine. And this one, same way. Nothing broke, nothing broke. So this is as far as we can take it. Now we got to come down here and get this thing rolled off, and I'm going to have to take off this other foot. Got to get it loose. So we got to get down in here and find the magic screw. And there it is right there. There's the screw right there that holds the foot on. Once I get this apart, if you watch the other video when I fixed the if I fixed the other foot on that other McCaw, on the other Squawker, you see I had a smaller area to work in because that was the concentration on that one was I was only worried about fixing the foot. I got my screw in there. So I only had just a small area to work in right there. Well, I'll get that screw later. It's right there anyway. I'll get that later. That'll come out of there. What's that? What's that? Dropped a piece of fur. Okay, try to keep this thing here so we don't get head all messed up. Okay, so that screw is out. Out of that foot. So now our foot's loose, and we bring that around. Get this tucked back down around the very tail here, and bring this around to the other side and bring this off of that foot. So now we're starting to see some serious progress. Okay, so now we can start doing the inversion of the pelt. Now we got to get this up around here, and there'll be some blue ones to disconnect up in this area, the head area. So here's one right there. You got to get that one. Still on cam. Yep, still on. So it looks like this one. Trying to see how that one releases. Does that go out that? Oh yeah, there's a little bitty pin on the back. Yeah, there's a little pin here in the back. That you have to release it. See if I can't push that out. There you go. There, it's out of there now. And then we got one right here. So that's the back half of that one. And then we got to get one right here. Get that one out. That's why I say, you know, when you get ready to put this thing back together, it'll go together a whole lot easier than how it comes apart. That's for darn sure. Okay, we got one on this side over here too. Just like it, there's a little pin that sticks out, and then we can collapse that and then start to pull that out. So that's the back half. And then we got one here. Yeah, we got one right here, so that's got to come up out. What is that? Piece of fur. Imagine that. Okay, I'm gonna figure out my plan of method here. Get my thumb underneath it. Okay. So we got that one. Got that. So we're starting to work our way around the head now with all these clips and snaps and snaps and clips. And we got one here. Push that one in, pull it out. Okay. Go back some more. Now we got presented some more. I'd love to see how these things were put together. I mean, how probably very quickly they got put together because of this mechanism, the way everything was designed to do. It was a one-time snap, you know. You just fit it in place, click, and you know, off you go. Okay, we got a big one here. Lift that one out. That's a long one there. Got a long tab. Pretty long tab on that one right there. Now we're starting to get around where the eye is. Where the eyes are. Okay, now I can pull this back a little more. So I can expose some more yet. We'll just keep working our way back. And this will be the one right around the eye. So then there's probably another one right below it. And there it is. Oh, fur. Squawker. And bring this down farther. Let's try to get some more of this out. Just try to get more of this one out here too. Let's take some of the pressure off this. More fur. It's like dandelion seeds. This fur is like just like that. It's very easily hard to get off your fingers, especially with static electricity. A little bit of static on your finger. Okay, then we got one right here at the front of this eye. Get that. I don't want this stuff falling in here. Okay. Clip. So basically what we got left are these two right here on the the eye, and then this should come off. There's the light sensor for the light when you put your hand over the top of the head. If he's asleep, if you want to wake him up, that's the way to do it. You can wave your hand over the top of the head if there's light in the room. If not, you can touch the beak or touch the physical. There's a physical button right here too, and you can touch that as well. It's okay. So once we get this one broke loose, get this around this direction. Okay, well there's that one. Oh yeah. There's a couple more here. So we got to get this one out too on this side. I guarantee you, coming back together is going to be a whole lot better than taking it apart. Okay. There's that one. So basically we should just have these two right here. This one, which is loose now, and then roll him over. And you got to do this one. So there's the eye socket. So we got this last one right here. And then once we get all this apart, then we're going to test, attempt to do some diog on it to see what's going on perhaps. Okay, there's that. Come over here, roll him over. There's that, and there's that, and then lift it right off the beak. So now we have, there's the pelt. I gotta get this fur corralled here before it gets places where I don't want it to. Roll it in your fingers, that helps. Okay. All right, so he is unclothed. We'll set this aside over here. If you're wondering what I'm using for a pad right here, I'm using Yoda. I took the backside of Yoda's head off. We're going to do some video on that because I had a couple Yoda heads. One of them, when I tested it out, it wouldn't. One of the servos wouldn't turn the head. It wasn't turning back and forth this way. It wasn't rotating right and left. So I'd say on this was the back half of Yoda's head. This is a piece of silicon. So that's made a good surface to work on. can't hurt that stuff. It's tough, and it's an anti-skid, and it protects everything on what I'm working on here. Okay, so here is the Squawker, completely declothed, taking his clothes off. He's naked. You're a naked Squawker. Okay, so anyway, that is how you get the pelt off of the reel. Is the FurReal Squawker McCaw. And then now we're going to do some testing. And then we didn't damage this. This is good. This one right here, back and forth, still intact. Spring still on. Back and forth, still intact. And then if you want to see how the feet were, the cross arm goes in here, and then when the screw actually screw side, you're coming down from that angle and hitting that screw to unscrew that. Or actually, you're coming down from this angle and this angle with the screwdriver. The screw head's on this side. So anyway, okay, all right. Well, we will be back and do some more diagnostic on another video. Thank you and watching, and thank you for subscribing.